Right. So here's a stream, obviously. And so what we're going to be doing in this is a bunch of tournaments, round robins between like every unit in each of these remake factions that is not the boss, and figure out which of the units I'm going to turn into the boss for tomorrow's ultimate campaign. These are round robins, so we may be here a while, we may not. I'll figure that out. Okay, so what do we got? That would be like 5 shoguns versus however many Chuko fireworks this is. Actually, wait, I think I already have one for this. I'm pretty sure I decided on the Shadow Monk, so, well, I mean, that means we don't have to do this one. Where is it? Yeah, it's just these ones in here. Alright. Okay, no, I got it. I gotta have it like this. Alright, let's do this. Know that the first matchup is Painter and the Jouster. I feel like the Jouster should do well in this. He feels like potentially the strongest one in the faction, but obviously, you know, we'll get to figure out which one is. It's the Halberd and the Fencer. Oh yeah. Both of them with the ability to dodge melee attacks. Halberd very tanky this time. It looks very much so luck based. Oh, there's only one fencer left. Halberds take game one. Let's see if the fencer can be a bit more lucky this time. They've already taken down one halberd. They are kind of surrounding the last two as well. Shooting halberds down, just one left and he's a one shot. And he goes down. We move on to game 3. The helpers are not messing around right now. They've taken out about half of the fencers, and, well, one of them is about to go down, but as I was saying the sentence, none of them were even close. And the halberds take it down. Well, I'm pretty sure that the crossbow has a much better range. The Balloon Archer does have a much faster firing speed if they can actually, get into it. And the crossbow missed the entire first volley. That was great for them. Balloon Archer, it's a too low for the Balloon Archer. Alright. We have the Musketeer and the Balloon Grabber. Now again. Okay, they managed to take down one of them. Well, oh, okay. Oh, okay, Balloon Grabber, I guess. Oh, they one-shot the Balloon Grabber. That's great for them. Well, obviously, he one-shotted the last one. Brother, you could have taken the extra time to line that shot up. And they do it. Take it down 2-0. Musketeer up against the Balloon Archer this time. Oh. What a shot! What a shot from the Musketeer. Musketeer takes it down again. Defensive versus the crossbow. Okay. Why is the crossbow so ass? Like, how do they always whiff the first volley? And took it down on the second volley, but, like, that first volley has, like, a hit rate of 2% or something. Yeah, that shouldn't surprise anyone. Fencer or Painter versus Halberd, and the champion fencer and the Da Vinci replacement are not in this because I was not allowing unique units like that to be made into boss versions. Dodging, he's ducking. I mean, he should just need to hit them like once. Ooh, collateral kill. No, I did include the fencer champion. Huh. Well, you shouldn't be here. Well, I mean, it's good to know if he does, but I think the hero lance is a bit too unique. And at the very least, I discluded like every single boss. 'Cause against the Jouster right now. And the champion fencer takes game one. And game two as well. So that puts the fencer champion up. Oh. Okay. Alright. Alright, what do we got? Okay. Albert versus the champion fencer. They do have enough range to be able to hit the fencer without being hit themselves. God. And the hero lance just does a lot of damage. I mean, they have the melee dodge as well. Yeah, it's just not close. Stop crossbow and the painter. If the fencer champion wins, I'm just gonna go with whoever took second place. This wasn't isn't fair for them. Managing to nick the painter a few times, and now they've been absolutely swarmed. Almost every single one of these tournaments is probably going to end up being a ranged unit because they get, you know, nice ranged advantage. Oh, he's too heavy for the balloon. Oh no! And you need to chip him down in time. Uh-oh. Okay, no full damage. Yeah, I do like the balloon grabber fighting style, with it being able to just like, like brawl essentially. He just skull crushed that dude. That was unfortunate for him. Yeah, CJ took it over to Fencer and Balloon Grabber took it over the Balloon Archer. This doesn't feel great for them because for the Fencer because there are three grabbers and only two Fencers. I mean, if you one shot them, that's pretty good. But they can also just explode. That one is so dead. And they blew up again. I don't even know why I bother to run this one, because the Musketeer isn't going to be able to hit any of them. Maybe he can back up in time. It's unlikely. He has no melee capabilities to speak of either. Fencer, champion, and the crossbow. The block actually kind of screws up the shield sometimes. Just just one by one, not even a challenge. The Jouster might be too fast for the Halberd to get an accurate swing off. Oh, yeah, they definitely are. They just poke them apart. And if the crossbow can't hit normal units, there's no way it's hitting the Jouster. How would it hit the Jouster? Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, move on to the Musketeer and the Fencer Champion. He will be able to block one of their shots. Then the other four are gonna hit him. Can he make the distance in time? I mean, if they don't sync up the shots correctly, he definitely can. I don't see them getting it. Balloon Grabber versus Painters. Painters heavy? I mean, he just kind of dropped him for it as well. I think even if they don't do anything with the balloon backpack, they still win. Does doesn't feel like a great matchup for the Fencer? I mean, that's all I really need to see. Moon Archer still just kind of good. Painter versus the Balloon Archer. Wasn't able to dodge it? Really? That one did? What's wrong with you? Well, you're dead now, so... Again, he didn't dodge it. And dead. Why are they dodging it now? Why are they so... It's easy. Why is it so easy to dodge now? I mean, they've had zero fall damage as well, which sucks. 1-1. Okay, that's one down. He got his paintboard little pallets stuck in him too. Okay. Adventure Champion and the Balloon Grabber. I mean, all those headbutts are going to do a lot of damage. Also, any of the balloon backpacks that actually activate properly. They've kind of screwed themselves though too. Fencer champion takes the game one. Well, all of them managed to activate, but none of them actually got the explosion. There's one. Multiple, I guess. Damn, that's a close one for them. The Fencer champion manages to take it both times. We have Musketeer versus the Jouster. Okay, better hope you guys hit those shots. Killed one of them. Now they kind of get to start running down the line. They don't get the second volley off by the time the Jousters make it. Halberd versus the crossbow. It seems like they're starting to get their act together with their aim. Oh yeah, like when you're actually in like mid range, they're actually hitting you. Albert is just too slow to make that distance. The crossbow takes it. Moving on to a similar match. How many shots does it take for these musketeers to kill a halberd? Couple. They'll also back up, so they have a bit more time to, get that frickin' asinine reload speed off. Yeah, there it is. Balloon grab versus the jouster. They've screwed themselves with that so much. It'll be close between these two. If the jouster had any ability to speak of besides just the charge, it would have been so easy for him. No, they're like actually tearing him apart. Not a single one died. They are so good at like keeping a melee unit like that locked up. Because if you didn't know, when they grab you with the balloon hands, you can attack. Your attack gets put on cooldown. Balloon Archer versus the Fencer Champion. I think if there's any unit now who's gonna defeat the Fencer Champion, it's gonna have to be the Balloon Archer. Yeah, there are so many of them, and they fire fast enough to get through both the block and his weight. I mean, it's just kind of a stun lock. I mean, there wasn't really much for me to say or do. Well, I would just be waiting for them to continue to, you know, drop them from the sky. Or maybe, can the fencers dethrone the champion? They shouldn't be able to. There are five of them, and I mean, they do deal a good amount of damage. But he will just kind of one-shot them. And he can also disarm them, so... Jouster and the Balloon Archer. Is this a bull or a horse? I can't tell. Tossing people over its back like that. No. No, they do not. Okay. Halberd versus the Balloon Grab. I mean, now they're just gonna kind of lock him up. Jouster. Jouster won, the Balloon Grab won. Then we have... That's not how the match is supposed to go. The Crossbow versus Musketeer. Why does the crossbow shoot first? If they could actually aim, they would have won this. This one is not going to be great for them either. Oh, God, they're ass. They are so bad. Like, you have to essentially be in melee range for the crossbow to do anything. No, you couldn't line that shot up. Like, who cares that it does all the damage it does when it doesn't land shots outside of close range? One of them, one balloon grab just beat four of them. Let's go to the balloon grab. The balloon archer versus the halberd. They can definitely just kind of keep him back long enough. Quite literally isn't. Hello, breadstick. They just keep missing. It's like the fireball throw where they just hurl it over the head, and it just never hits because of it. Jouster versus the Fencer. God, this was. Oh my god, that wasn't close at all. Last one. Painter versus the Fencer champion. He's taking out just the entire droves like that. 2-1. Yeah, so well, obviously the Fencer champion won this thing. So we will be seeing not the Fencer champion, but the balloon grab get a boss version. Then Jouster, Musketeer, Balloon Archer, Painter, Crossbow, Halberd, and Fencer is the worst unit. Alright, here we have next the Pirate faction's turn. The Blunderbuss versus the Pirate Queen. Sword stuck behind her as well now. Ooh, what a kick. Pirate Queen probably shouldn't have been allowed in this one. Similar to like the fencing champion, but might as well just continue with it. Bomb thrower versus the captain. Dude, the blunderbuss pistol never gets old with the insane knockback it deals. Oh god. Swashbuckler and the Clam Jam. There's no way Swashbuckler wins. Just saying. Unless the Clam Jam is really stupid and decides to back up into the water. Okay. Harpoon Gun versus the Cannoneer. 1-1. He's missed. That's the Cannoneer winning. And next up is the Clam Jam against the Harpoon Gun. Oh, wow. They actually do quite a bit of damage to him. Just one forehead, though. Oh, why didn't they do so much that time? Did they crit him? He missed. Lipton versus the Swashbuckler begin. Bodies going flying. It's well, it wasn't close for them. Now we've got a bit of a bomb off. And dear God, are there gonna be a lot of bombs. Thing is, Pirate Queen has like a couple thousand HP, and the bomb thrower has like maybe 200. If that. Finally, in this round's Raider versus Blunderbuss. Can they actually pierce the barrel, or... Okay, so he can just kind of one-shot both of them. Buddy, you good? You got turned around there? I only did like half their HP. Actually, I lied. It's probably going to be like one of the cheap units that's a boss that gets bossified every time. That's kind of how it's been. It was the Pelter and Skewer for the first two, then I made the Knight the buffed one, then the Ballista Archer, and then the Ice Mage, even though it should have probably been the Axer, and then the Monk. It's like it's been a pretty cheap units that have been buffed like that. We do need more 4 people. There definitely aren't enough 4 people. 90%? Nah, let's make that 99%. 4 people. Capitalism never stops. And we are pirates. So we love not being poor. Even though we are poor. Let's get that right. Swashbuckler and the Queen. There is just no way she loses this fight, though. And then what, the balloon grabber just won the Renaissance one? Good shots, guys. Now, I think the other issue is that I actually don't know whether or not my remakes are truly better, and I do think I need to go do a tournament with that in mind. Or I put the remakes up against their base game counterpart. Because I'm pretty sure my cheaper units don't actually beat the base game counterparts, and then the expensive versions of my units absolutely destroy them. Like Red Jade Sensei, I know one-shots both Sensei and Red Jade. And then the Shogun, the remake Shogun, like wallops the base game Shogun, despite them both being the same price. And the thing is, I'm pretty sure it works like that because, like, I don't. What I did for a lot of the cheap units was just kind of give them more health. And I mean, if you get one shot no matter what, having more units is better than having more HP. Pirate Queen versus the Harpoon Gun. I don't really think you want to pull the Pirate Queen in, but maybe. With, like, your headbutts and kicks. Might be doing enough damage. You weren't. Like, that is the thing, though, because the units are universally more expensive. than base game counterparts pretty much across the board. So the base game will always have the numbers advantage. Does quantity, like, always beat quality? Blunderbuss and the bomb thrower. Let's go. He just blew himself up with with the by bouncing the bomb off the blunderbuss. Just kind of just bounce the bomb off him. Why don't you like do an underhanded throw? That'll be so much better. Guys. Ah, their arms are broken. Okay. Moving on. We've got the blunderbuss versus the swashbuckler. Dodge from the swashbuckler. Now, I'm pretty sure they do have it now because there's no way the blunderbuss is gonna actually like hit them. Well, that also needs the swashbuckler to get his act together and actually hit them. He's fighting with both hands tied behind his back. It's not working for him. He is not him. This is going to be the only... I think this will probably be the only loss for the Pirate Queen. Because the Cannoneer was made for this. Yup. Yup, like I said, they were indeed made for it. Were indeed made to be like a god killer with the amount of damage that I made that hand cannon do. Plans take him down the first time. And they just... Okay, that one didn't survive. That one didn't survive either. And neither did that one. I'm gonna say, it's kind of insane that they don't just automatically die to the blunderbuss pistol. He isn't messing around this time either. Oh my god. Wow, Captain was not happy about losing that first match. I mean, there are quite a lot of them. There's so many clams. And now the clams are dead. Clam chowder, anyone? Anyone want some? Most of them are backing down into the water. I mean, they will eventually drown. I'm just gonna count that as the Pirate Queen's 2-0 win. Yeah, Cannoneer was not made for this fight. Absolutely not. I don't even think if I grouped them up it would have mattered. No, it didn't. It really didn't. I mean, it might if he lands all of those hits with the cannonball rain. It would. And they're immune to the harpoon. Okay, no more. We're swapping it to in the long way of the map. So there's hopefully a bit more time before they decide to jump off and go for a swim. Okay. Bomb thrower and the swashbuckler. Bomb throwers have done more damage to themselves than they did to the swashbuckler. Some little cinematic shots there, maybe. And again, they just kind of blew themselves up instead. The blunderbuss, and then the swashbuckler. Harpoon gun versus the bomb thrower. Are you kidding me, dude? You have a predecessor here in the balloon grabber. You're kind of like him, but ranged. Like, come on, man. Well, one of them went through the ground. Say this one could definitely go better for him. It did. The Clam Jam versus the Raider. It would have been so beautiful if we actually got it right. Oh dear God. Okay. The Pirate Queen versus the Captain. There's so many bombs that are gonna hit these captains. They've taken down a few of the Pirate Queens. Their kicks are also really hard. It's a buffed Pirate Queen. Like, Captain Strong, but it is a buffed Pirate Queen. If Raider does too well in this, I might have to change him to have like one drop and then the other one stays with him. Anyway, Blunderbuss versus Clam Jam. How much damage do these clams do to the Blunderbuss? Like a third? Like 40%-ish? They have to just kind of wing her with shots instead. Bomb thrower versus the Cannoneer. What a shot. And now it's behind him. His arms are broken. There's like no shot he wins this one. Bro, hit your shot. There you go, because you one shot both of them and you fire faster than you fire fast enough to win this matchup. Just took him out of the shins. One down, one to go. The swashbuckler versus the harpoon gun. They always miss that headbutt, it feels like. And then they just absolutely demolish them. Swashbuckler versus Cannoneer. You definitely don't want to face off against multiple Cannoneers because that's a lot of one-shot projectiles coming for you. Oh my god. Alright. Glam Jam versus Bomb Thrower. And they're done. Blunderbuss versus the Captain. How? I don't feel like I gave him that much HP. Jeez. Yeah, he's still alive. I'm sure isn't. Last matchup in the pirate faction for this one is going to be the Pirate Queen versus the Raider. Yeah, maybe if their DPS dropped to half after the first volley, but that's that one. It really is. Because, I mean, the winner of this one, it's the Cannoneer, with the Raider in second. Now, from the spooky one, I haven't included both the Unleashed Swordcaster and the Void Reaper. I did keep Dracula, though. Neither of the spooky maps are really great for a tournament like this, but Dracula versus the Skeleton Warrior. Did they just like push him off the map? He has no AoE at all, either. Oh god. And this one's a hard one. I don't know who's gonna win this one. Because, like, Spore Witch is great, Skeleton Archer is decent, Necromancer's good, Vampires should be great. Like, there's 4 units in the 8 that are really good. The Necromancer shouldn't be able to get close to them, but if he does, I mean... Did I even give the Necromancer a new look? Oh, he's gotten close enough to them. Can they burn out? No, I really didn't change his look, actually. I just gave him some new pants. Well, that's a note to myself. Oh, they've definitely won this one. Okay, there's only one left. Can he do it? No. And then these skeleton archers have fear. Versus Candleman versus Banshee. They are flying. For sure, Candleman just has like a much faster attack speed to keep up with like the almost universally higher weights of everyone. Well, it's actually close. It didn't look like it would have been that close. It kind of looked like the Candlemen were just gonna wall up. It can very easily just push the Banshee off the map. But every single time, they will. Okay. Vampire versus the Spore Witch. There's so many health bars on the screen. What's happening? Who's winning? I'm pretty sure it's the witches. Yeah, they take their number of 5, and make it into a 15. Like, that's diabolic. Oh, God. Okay, 5 versus 22. Vampires versus Banshees. The AoE is definitely really strong. Gonna need everyone to be there at once, or like no one to be there at once. Well, that's a right shame for them. Dracula, say your prayers now. There are so many witches. There's so many particles. Nope, nope, nope. Nope, nope. We're done with that. Spore which wins, we're calling it a day. God, they convert so fast. Like, they actually convert so fast. Can they manage to shoot through their shields enough times? Can they manage to shoot through their shield even once? I mean, will it just fear them both into the water? Oh my god. It actually worked. The fear ability coming in clutch. 26 vampires and then 5 necromancers. They're moving too fast for this. They are just far too fast for the necromancer. Even though he has like his insane fire rate now. That's interesting. Even if it hits the shield, it'll still push them back. Dracula versus the Skeleton Archer. They'll get one volley off while they're in bat form. One Dracula died. Man, dude, it feels like both of the units I made for the penultimate level of of the frickin' spooky campaign or the spooky guy just kind of flopped. Dracula doesn't seem great, and the Skeleton King I could never make work. Oh, they got both of them. Okay, I was gonna say if they could, if they only got one of them, maybe. Or well, if they got none of them, maybe Dracula would win. Ooh, this should be fun. Spore Witch versus Banshee. The AoE is too far away. It just doesn't matter. Spore Witch, there's so many of them. Skeleton Archer versus Candleman. Really, dude? Okay, well, he gets one shot. I don't like what I'm seeing here. It's not. It's gonna shape up to not be a fun. It's gonna maybe be the strongest boss. Anyway, Necromancer versus the Spore Witch. I mean, both of these accomplish the same goal of turning your own enemy against you. It's just very different ways. There's three Necromancers left and so many Spore Witches. One Necromancer left. Oh my god. This is a sick fight, though. Because there's so much friendly fire, and it's super intentional this time as well. Looks like the Spore Witch has like just enough HP for this matchup. If she had a low enough HP to get one shot by the Necromancer, it would probably be a different story. Because the Spore Witch's conversion is like instant. It doesn't matter what happens, because it will just kind of convert you. Whereas the Necromancer does need you to die. Skeleton Warrior and Vampire. Feels almost mundane in comparison. And there is no chance I am doing 11 versus 35 of this. Skeleton Warrior won and Banshee won because, I mean, they don't miss that. Banshee versus the Necromancer. I think simply just because the Spore Witch beat the Necromancer, the Spore Witch has won. I can't think of what other unit might beat the Spore Witch. Maybe the Skeleton Archer, because it's ranged. Well, I mean, it has a better range, and there's going to be more of them. Maybe the vampire can be fast enough. Did they already fight? They might have already fought. Well, Spore Witch is going to be heavily outnumbered in this one. She just kind of soloed them. So, like, vampire and she already beat the vampire. I think it's literally just up to the skeleton archer then. Do they have a fast enough fire rate to keep Dracula back? Not the greatest time to turn into a bat there, but speaking of it, this is the last chance to stop the Spore, which is in like flawless victory run. It all comes down to the skeleton archer. Does she burn out from that? She doesn't. That sucks. Well, that's our winner then. Skeleton Warrior versus the Banshee. And they're done. And there's no way I'm doing 13 versus 35 for this. Dracula might have too much HP for them. Maybe. Absolutely does not have too much HP for them. Well, here's the thing with like quantity over quality. There's no way the Candlelights are gonna win this match. Unless the vampires be stupid and just stay on one body for too long. No, they even killed one of the vampires in bat form. And there's just too many of them this time instead of like during the Dracula match. Already on to the last rounds. And not even close. Okay. Now we see this one, and again, I'm pretty sure they're gonna win the vampires because there's so many of them. Yeah, they're chipping away at him faster than he can kill one of them. Banshee versus Skeleton Archer. Go! Are they both gonna burn out? Yep. Yep, they will. The last matchup is gonna be Skeleton Warrior versus the Necromancer. Like, it does feel like every unit, save for the Skeleton Warrior, has, like, really good things about them. The shield's blocking it. He just fires so fast. There's just no way you can beat this dude with a horn-based unit. Okay, let me guess. Spore Witch, and then oh, interesting. Spore Witch, then the Vampire Skeleton Archer, and then Necromancer Banshee. And yeah, Skeleton Warrior didn't win a single match. All right, the Wild West. I also feel like I know who's gonna win this one. I feel like it should be the Deadeye, but who knows? Prisoner versus the Dynamade. I'm gonna make I I kind of want to make an executive decision. Hmm. Also, I think I'm just about to just start staying on this and then just going through these scores another time. Okay. So then we have the Sheriff versus the Miner. Miner is just really tanky. Why? Why is it piercing them? Why is it piercing them? That doesn't make any sense. Dude, one simple change like that. Gunslinger's so much better. God, they just Actually slaughtered them. Also, yeah, the mayor was not allowed in this tournament. Because he is their boss unit. There is only one boss unit that was kept in the tournament. Because it can hardly be called their boss unit. I think this sounds like it's around the time when I started redoing giving them all voices. Because there is a solid stretch of all these units where I just didn't give them voices because they didn't need them. I wasn't hearing them. I've started. I can't. I just gotta keep going, man. Okay, so then Gunslinger took that one. Blaster with that one. I think Deadeye is gonna be the one to beat. Native versus the Prisoner. I think this is also kind of a flop of a unit. And honestly, I should probably remove the laydown ability. Because I don't think it actually really helps him. Also, I do realize that having this unit be the Indian might be a little bit insensitive, but I don't know, man. I didn't have any other ideas to come up with. All right. Speaking of natives versus the sheriff, he can't dodge anymore. If he gets tagged by one of them, I'm pretty sure he loses this. And there he goes. He's been tagged. Like, I'm pretty sure this is one where the base game will just beat mine because both the Deadeye versions one-shot each other, and the base game will get more Deadeye than I will. Say, if there's any match that the Dynamite can win, it's going to be this one with 5v1 against a single target specialist. They've done it. Actually just hit her. My god. Vassal's just gonna, like, absolutely shred through the miner's HP pool. Well, they appear to one-shot each other, so Miner has more. Yeah, that was one I was just wrong about. So it doesn't look like there is going to be a unit that goes undefeated this tournament. With both Sheriff and Deadeye having lost a match, I can't see any of the other units going undefeated. Gunslinger has to win this one first in order to attempt an undefeated run. And not even close. Prisoner? Maybe? Yeah, maybe the prisoner is the only one that's currently undefeated, but that won't stay like that. One volley doesn't kill them. I'm pretty sure I did give them a shirt, and it's just really hard to see that shirt. Okay, I need to go look now. I mean, that's usually how it is. Okay, so I did give him a different jacket and some belts. Oh, also I made his mutton chops bigger. And then you have a different mustache, and I mean, you do indeed have a shirt. Yeah, that is quite literally the exact same unit. You would not be able to tell. What a throw! What glorious two different throws they made. Dynamite has a different shirt and everything. I'm pretty sure Deadeye also has like an entirely different look. Yeah, like with the Cannoneer and the Ballista Archer, you do not want to fight against multiple Deadeyes. Prisoner versus the Sheriff. Cannon matchup. Oof. Yeah, I don't think there's a single unit that's now undefeated in this. Well, this should be a good matchup for the Prisoner. They have more and can block one of the shots. And they also just straight up don't die to a hit. That's also important. Lassos versus the natives. Is it two darts? It looks like it's two darts to kill one of them. Is the prisoner undefeated? Prisoner might be undefeated right now. It's also a bit later in the day, so people aren't might not be here as often. It is 10 p.m. Aaron takes that. Native versus the gunslinger. Does one dart kill them? One dart does appear to just kill them. Okay, it's 1-1 then. Gunslinger takes it. Prisoner versus the lasso. Not enough there either. It should be fine for the sheriff because he dodges this attack. They got one. It was not fine for the sheriff. It is extremely not fine for the sheriff. Lasso versus the sheriff. Gunslinger versus the prisoner. So we'll take 2 reloads to kill them. That sucks for him. Okay, no. 1 prisoner left. Your reloads aren't synced. If they were synced, even just a slight bit better. Oh, that's gonna suck for them. Why does that go through the cactus bodysuit too? What the? What? The unit creator. That's not even my fault. That's just the unit creator cactus not being the same. Hey, well, did I shoot through the cactus? Yes. So it just has this weird interaction with the blow dart specifically. Now then, can the native one-shot a miner? That sounds so bad. They cannot one-shot the pickaxe dudes. It doesn't matter when they just kind of crumple to the ground. If they miss the blows, if they miss the blow darts, then it definitely matters. This whole laydown thing is like an active hindrance on them, though. They won anyway. I don't need to just sit there and wait for them to finish that. Cactus versus the miner versus the prisoner. Is the cactus tanky enough for this? Because God knows they don't deal lots of damage. Nope. Oh, they killed one. Sheriff versus Gunslinger. It's gonna come down to who has more range, I feel like. Unless he can just kind of live through their volley. He definitely can, and they have longer range. Deadeye wins, and the Gunslinger wins. Okay, three Gunslingers dead already. There goes the fourth, and there goes the fifth. Cactus versus the Sheriff. I mean, just gotta figure out. Does his shots go through theirs? Yeah. Miner versus the Prisoner. That's not two characters you want to hear fighting each other. Guys, you can't be hitting each other like that. Yeah, there's the whole enrage thing, and it just kind of finishes from there. That was also the last match, by the way. Not the most exciting one, I know. It was. It was the Prisoner. Well, that'll make for an interesting line. Oh my God, we've done four of them tonight in 2 hours. Okay. Righteous Brawler versus Sunspot. This is gonna be the most interesting one, or maybe the second most interesting one, because like the light faction is so good. I feel like it's definitely the strongest faction I made. Solar Schemer versus a Solar Shield. There's just so much fire in this faction as well. Enrage 2. I gave it Enrage. No wonder this faction felt impossible to go against, dude. There's so many of them that are so strong. Sacred Spear and the Gallant Glaive. Gallant Glaive. Like the Celestial Aegis with a freaking dodge, dude. Like that's kind of crazy. It's just like a solid upgrade to it, and it didn't even make it cost anymore. Okay, I think it's gonna come down to who can beat Sunstrike. Because obviously that's good. It is a double Divine Arbiter. I mean, surely just rushing them with a bunch of units would be good. And I mean, the Galleon Glaive even has um, like splash damage, or well, a ricochet. They can dodge. One of them went off the edge. Two of them. It makes them even harder to get because they back up and have a long range. They one shot so much, or well, one volley, and then they dodge projectile. The ground is littered with little photon beam summons that they do bring it down. Galleon Glaive saving us from a run of just pure domination from Sunstrike. And it's gonna be really bad if I talk up all this stuff about the Sunstrike and it like doesn't win again. Pure Paladin and the Righteous Brawler. This is a brawl. And they take it down. I mean, the Paladin didn't use the hammer like ever. The one in her hand, not the one from the sky. Paladin takes game 2. And the Righteous Brawler takes game three. Did it just say yeehaw? The Solar Shield versus the Sacred Spear. They're gonna have the Arrow Ring to kind of break all the bubbles. And the Solar Shield has just another shield on top of that. Boom. Okay. Well, I'm pretty sure both of these are like the same thing. Sunspot and the Solar Scheme are both kind of similar. They both have the same projectile, and then I'm pretty sure both of them do Enrage. Unless I removed that from Sunspot, because I feel like he was able to Enrage. The Solar Schemer wins, though. We're just having a whole host of units that the Sunstrike is going to be bad against. Maybe it's going to be the Solar Schemer. Oh, well, that's great. Like he only got one volley off. I don't think one volley would be able to kill all of them. So Sacred Spear gets to have a huge advantage by just having an awkward price like 1300 with the Arrow Ring. It's not as good as Fire though. Righteous Brawler versus the Solar Schemer. Wait, they made a Enrage unit that can heal itself. Oh god, that's busted. And I didn't fire wave. Oh my god, this is just me realizing how many things I gave the Light faction. Look at the healing he gets from that, and he's been invincible. Okay, might need to take away some abilities from him. I mean, I beat the entire campaign I made for them. It's like it is clearly possible. And the pure paladin's gonna off itself with the giant stomp. Yup. Gallant Glaive wins that. Solar Steamer and the Sacred Spear. Well, this will be a good test of the Arrow Rain, and if they can heal themselves a lot. There's so many of them. The Arrow Rain's gonna finish them, though. Many of those get... Oh, so many of those get blocked by the terrain on this map. They can outlast the Enrage as well. So Sacred Spear saves us from having Solar Schemer have an undefeated run. Solar Shield and the Pure Paladin. Well, the bubble isn't going to be doing anything for them. Sorry, what was that? Sunspot versus Sunstrike. They avoid the Firestorm. And they're going to die. Well, it looks like I'm going to be very corrected about Sunstrike. Because it is not doing well. It is technically more of a boss kill than a fight. I mean, hey, what does this say about the rest of the faction when a double Divine Arbiter is doing bad? The Gallant Glaive versus the Solar Shield. One of them's gone, two of them's gone. Three gone, four, and that's five. Okay. That's the Solar Shield winning both times. Let's go. Yeah, I banned the Temporal Tailor and the Super Sunstrike. They even have a faster attack speed. What a way to end the fight, honestly. Well, that's another Solo Schemer dub. Well, looks like the unit to beat is actually going to be the Solar Schemer. They are kind of running with the tournament right now. Sunspot, and then the Righteous Brawler and the Sacred Spear. They just they just took them out one by one. Solar Schemer versus the Pure Paladin. We're already in round 6 of this. Sunspot and Gallant Glaive. Bent over backwards. And we finally get to this one. The Solar Shield and the Rage's Brawler. Oh, oh, that's a deal. I had like one orb left in him. One Solar Shield down, one Righteous Brawler down. That's 1-1. I was gonna say they weren't happy about that loss, but that one final one is soloing. And I'm just gonna run this as a 2v1 because I mean if they win the 2v1 they're gonna win the 24v13. Okay, I guess. No, this becomes exponentially more beneficial for the Sacred Spear. Is there any way I can make this better? Not really. I'm honestly, I'm just gonna call that one a tie because I don't feel like going through and there's like no good ratio. Suns Sunstrike won the 1v2, and then the Sacred Spear wins as we go further up. We should probably try this as a 1v1. It won both. Right, it's Brawler versus Sunstrike. Oh, he has a defense against hordes of melee units. It's great for him. It didn't even work. That's also great for him. It just never worked. Did he win a single match? I look like a fool talking about Sunstrike. Now he be the unit to be. It is definitely Solar Steamer. He's stuck there. It's not gonna work out for him. Solar Shield and Sunspot. If Solar Shield walks too close, they definitely lose. Or if they just, or Sunspot is smart and just opens the Firestorm on the stairs like they should. Well, who took it? It was indeed the Solar Schemer. And Sunstrike got second worst. Galleon Glaive and Sunspot coming in right below the Solar Steamer. Like has been just ranged, almost entirely ranged units. It has been 2.5 hours. I I'm honestly really tired. So we're gonna end this here, then be back earlier tomorrow to finish this. With that being said, guys, I hope you all enjoyed, and as always, have a good day.